Okay, here goes. I've been sitting on this for months, tossing it back and forth in my head, trying to find an answer, a reason, anything that makes any sense. But I'm just still empty and a little broken, to be honest. I was the only exception. The one person not invited to my childhood best friend's wedding. And I still, to this day, have no idea why. Her name was Maya. We were friends at age 5. 5 years old, in kindergarten, clutching our brand new lunchboxes, both of us just as frightened of the big, noisy classroom. We spotted each other immediately. She had large, questioning eyes and a laugh that sounded like wind chimes. I was somewhat more subdued, and she just pulled me into her orbit. From that time, we were inseparable. Our houses were only 3 blocks from one another. We attended school together daily, rain or shine, from elementary to middle to high school. Our parents were good friends. Our families shared holidays together. Maya was a part of my family, and I of hers, honorary members. We shared everything with one another. Secrets whispered underneath blankets during sleepovers, first loves, humiliating anecdotes, successes and failures. She was there for my first period and cried in the bathroom with me, and I was there when her dog, Buddy, passed away, holding her as she cried. Together, we navigated the minefields of puberty, high school cliques, and college applications. When we went to different colleges, it was hard, but we worked at it. Weekly video calls, break visits, long rambling texts. We were each other's constant. Even when life got busy after graduation, new jobs, new cities, new relationships, we always found our way back to our core friendship. We had a pact, a silly little pinky swear from when we were 8. We'd be each other's maid of honor. It wasn't just a childhood fantasy. It felt like a sacred, unspoken truth. So, you can imagine the gut punch when I found out about her wedding. Not from her. Not from a wedding invitation in the mail. But from Jessica. Jessica is another friend from our high school group, someone whom Maya and I both kept in close contact with. We were all part of a group chat, the 4 of us, Maya, Jessica, Ben, and me. One Tuesday afternoon, Jessica sent, "OMG, Maya's save the date is beautiful. Did you guys receive yours?" So excited. My heart dropped to my stomach. I stared at my phone, rereading the message. Save the date? What save the date? I rummaged through my mail, spam folder, even my real mailbox again, just in case I had missed it. Nothing. I texted back, trying to be casual, like I was merely confirming. "Oh, really? I haven't seen mine yet. When's the date?" Jessica answered right away. "It's for October 14th. So excited for her. I thought she'd sent them last week. Last week. My mind was spinning. Had I been gone? No. Had my mail been interrupted? No. My stomach was knotting up. I waited, hoping maybe it was a delay, a postal error. But a chill dread was settling in deep. I waited a day, then another. Nothing. The group chat continued, individuals discussing the venue, the potential bachelorette party. I stayed silent, a knot of anxiety growing in my chest. I couldn't ask outright in the group. It was too vulnerable, too out in the open. What if I was wrong? What if there was a logical explanation? I privately texted Jessica. "Hi, totally random question about Maya's wedding. Did you actually get a save the date in the mail? Or was it an e-veet?" Jessica replied, "Oh, yeah, real card. It's really nice, embossed. Why didn't you get one?" My fingers hovered over the keyboard. The moment of truth. No, I haven't. And I'm a little confused. I thought, we're best friends. I'm her maid of honor. Jessica responded immediately, and her message was riddled with emojis. "OMG, no way. That's so weird. Maybe it got lost. You have to be invited. You guys are like an institution." Her answer, sympathetic as it was, only managed to realize my worst fear. Everyone else had received one. Mine was conspicuously absent. The following weeks were a haze of pain and perplexity. I tried to call Maya, but not about the wedding. I texted her once or twice, asked her about work, about her new flat. Her replies were short, courteous, but distant. No mention of the wedding. No, "How are you?" That invited a deeper conversation. It was like talking to an acquaintance, not the person who knew every embarrassing story from my past. I started seeing more posts on social media. Then, Maya's fiancé, Jessica, our mutual friends, everyone posting about the wedding. Photos from the bridal shower started to surface. Maya, beaming, with our group of friends from years ago, smiling, opening gifts. And I wasn't there. Each photo was a fresh blow. It was as if I was seeing my own life unfold without me in it. I spent so many sleepless nights lying in bed looking at the ceiling and running over every interaction I'd had with Maya in the past year. Had I said something? Done something? Been in some argument I couldn't remember? We'd had minor disagreements, of course, like any friendship of such long duration. A few years ago, we'd had a small fight over a trip we were taking, during which I'd felt she wasn't considering my financial concerns carefully enough. But we talked it out, apologized, and moved on. It wasn't a big deal. Nothing warranting this. I remembered a period last year when I was really struggling at work. I was working long hours, burning out, and was maybe not the most present friend. I'd canceled some group dinners, called off some plans at the last minute. But I'd always apologized profusely, explained my situation, and tried to make it up to her. It was a really tough choice for her not to invite her, but she said she wanted peace on her special day. The thing? What thing? I was stunned. I racked my brain, attempting to remember any huge fight, any significant breach of trust. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. The only thing I could think of was my period of job stress and being less available, but that was hardly a trust issue. Was there something else? Something I'd overlooked or misread altogether? I had to jump up, pry answers from Chloe, but I froze. It was too pushy, too needy. And if she would just clam up? I just sat there, my coffee growing cold, the words echoing in my head. Couldn't trust her anymore. The day of the wedding arrived. I spent it alone, curled up on my couch, scrolling through social media, even though I knew that it would hurt me. There were pictures taking over my feed. Maya, radiant in her dress, her new husband by her side, our friends dancing and laughing. Jessica was there, Ben was there, even people I did not know that well from high school. And then, this picture of Maya and her bridesmaids. My heart ached to see her cousin, Chloe, standing proudly next to her, bouquet in hand. The maid of honor. The role I had always assumed would be mine. It was no longer the absence of an invitation that wounded now. It was the erasure of our whole history, the unspoken revocation of 20 years of friendship. It was the implication that I had done something so awful, so unforgivable, that I was not to be trusted or honored as a guest, let alone standing beside her. I considered calling Chloe, but what would I do? Hi, I heard you talking about me in a coffee shop. What thing were you referring to? It was too confrontational, too awkward, and I didn't think Chloe would give me a straight answer. Not if Maya had already built a narrative.
So here I am.
Months later. The wedding is long since over. Everyone else's life has moved on. But for me, this gaping hole persists. I've been trying to work it through. I've spoken with a therapist who said to try to focus on what I can control, my own emotions, and moving forward. She made me realize that sometimes people change, or their perceptions of you change, and you may never get the closure you need. I've accepted that I may never get a straight answer from Maya. Silence is an answer, however, a painful one. It says a lot that for some reason, she chose to terminate our friendship without discussion, without a conversation, without so much as a goodbye. And that more than any argument could hurts. I've mourned the loss of someone who isn't deceased, but rather dead to me, no longer alive in my life. It's a strange, isolating kind of grieving. I miss the easy laughter, the memories we had, the comfort of knowing she was always there. I look at old photos and I wonder what happened to that bond. Part of me still wants to confront her, to demand an explanation, to lay out all my hurt and confusion. But another part, the part that's trying to heal, knows it might just cause more pain, or confirm that there's no rational explanation I'd ever accept. Maybe the thing was so minor to her, or so deeply personal, that she couldn't articulate it. Or maybe it was something I genuinely did, but she interpreted it in a way I never intended. The ambiguity is the hardest part. So I'm posting it here on Reddit because I needed to get it off my chest. I needed to write it all out, to see if anyone else has ever felt anything like this, or if anyone knows anything about this kind of silent, unexplained ending of a friendship. It's an open wound that hasn't healed, and I'm finished carrying it on my own.
I still don't know why.
And maybe I never will. But I am trying to accept the question that will have no answer and trying to make peace with the silence. It's a long, painful process, but I'm trying.